Hello, I am Gladianne from Heart Take the Wheel, and you are watching another episode of 3 for Thursday, where I share 3 things about something, and it's on Thursday. Today's topic, I will be sharing with you 3 of my favorite pages from my bullet journal. So if you weren't aware, I like to bullet journal, and I've actually really loved the concept of bullet journaling for years, and I've tried it in lots of different notebooks, and then eventually I purchased like the bullet journal from Bullet Journal's like website or whatever. They happen to partner up with my favorite notebooks that I used in the past for bullet journaling. I can't pronounce it. I'm just gonna put the name up here. It's like a German company. They create, like, I'm telling you, the best quality ever. Their paper is amazing, and I've always enjoyed their notebooks. So this round of bullet journaling, I decided I would just try the bullet journal since they partnered with the same brand. I thought everything would be perfect. However, while I really like the bullet journal, branded bullet journal, because it has all of like the tips and tricks and getting started, has the key log and everything in the front. Anyways, it has all these fun like built-in features specific for bullet journaling in it. However, for some reason, even though they partnered with the same brand, which has amazing paper, the version for bullet journal has thinner paper, and that is my #1 and only complaint. So I will not repurchase the bullet journal version unless they change that. So anyways, because in the past I've used these the same branded kind of notebooks, and they've got beautiful thick paper, and it's nice because, you know, if you're familiar with the bullet journaling world, there's a lot of doodling involved, there's different pens and markers and things like that, and it just makes it really fun to consider your bullet journal a place of kind of like art and exploration and things like that. So yeah, with that being said, however, I am enjoying the bullet journal, and I'm taking it more seriously than I ever have in the past whenever I kind of like just dabbled into the world of bullet journaling. Lately, however, I've been using it every day. So every day as intended, like with the markings, I guess. What do they call those? They call those like bullets, signifiers, things like that. Anyways, I use it every day, like with the whole thing, the day-to-day planning and all of that jazz. But outside of those weekly and monthly layouts, I'm going to share with you 3 of my favorite pages. So let's get in a little closer. So here is the bullet journal. It's like I said, it has like the key signifiers and things like that in the front, and tips for getting started, and the index, all that jazz. So, and then in the back it has like that pocket and more info about bullet journaling. But you can learn all this awesomeness on their website. So of course I will leave links to bullet journal and all that jazz. So let's get in to the first one that is my favorite, which is Plant Watering Tracker. And this is a brand new one I just did like a week or so ago. I just started tracking on the 17th, and that's just like a bonus tip for you guys. A lot of people think they have to start like at the start of the month before trying out a tracker of any kind, and I'm not a believer in that. I'm someone who's like, I have an idea, I'm inspired to start tracking this, I'm gonna start tracking this. Like I started a habit tracker literally yesterday. Or 2 days ago, whatever. I started on the 27th, and I'm going to, you know, fill it in as I go. I wanted to try this tracking system out, and I don't want to have to wait till the month or whatever. So I'm not a fan of having to start on the start of a date or a week or a month or whatever. So anyways, that was a tangent, but here's my plant watering tracker so far, and if I like this system, then I will just keep adding the random little boxes of months and then like doodle leaves all around them as I go along. So that's my first favorite page I'm going to share with you. My second are borders. So of course on like Pinterest and Instagram you can get a lot of inspiration on doodles and things like that for your planners or for your bullet journals, and I love to take my favorites plus my own little spends on things and just add them in to my journal, so I have them for my own reference. Yeah, so which is cool because then it's not just like looking at what everyone else can do, but it's a reference of what I actually have done and what I like and whatever. So anyway, I have one that's just like this one here. It's like a regular borders, and then I have like a holidays one right here. So holiday borders, which I think are fun. Okay, now this one I know looks really silly and extremely personal because it is, but before you get ahead of me on what it might mean, it's for my psoriasis. So if you don't know, I have psoriasis, and the last several months my patches from my psoriasis has like completely flared up. I've gone from less than 5 for the last several years. I've had just about 5 patches that stuck around, and from there they've accelerated, and I have, like, as you can tell, have developed quite a few patches. And so yeah, I'm looking into different ways to control this, but I wanted to start tracking it since there were so many. So I started tracking on the 18th of November, and when I did that, I started with these red spots, and I didn't know I was going to add on to it, or else I would have made this first date in red color, because as I found another patch just a few days after I initially made this like kind of graph, I guess, or tracker or whatever, I found a brand new patch, and so I added that in as a new date of whatever else I found. And so I can just add in other colors, like different spots that I find, and if a spot like decides to heal up and go away, then I can circle it or something to like mark that it disappeared and on what date. So this is something you might not find on like Pinterest or Instagram or whatever for inspiration, but it's something that's very personal and very important to me, obviously. So if you have something in your life that's like very important to you that you think you would benefit from tracking, then maybe that could be an idea for you if you use a bullet journal, or just any notebook really. It doesn't really have to be a bullet journal. If you use other planners or whatever, and that's like the system you like, most planners have like pages, blank note pages and stuff in the back or in between months and stuff, and you can use those to take advantage of bullet journaling type layouts for whatever graph or whatever planner that you're using. So anyways, so there's my 3 favorite bullet journal pages. Alright guys, so those were my 3 favorite, or are my 3 favorite bullet journal pages, and I'd love to know if you've heard of bullet journal, or maybe this is all completely new to you. If it is, I'll leave links, like I said, to bullet journals like website and stuff, and you can always like go and search on Pinterest or Instagram to see all of what's possible in a bullet journal. If you do have a bullet journal, I'd love for you to let me know what your favorite page is in yours currently. And I know that changes like day to day, but maybe we can start the conversation in there and just sort of geek out a little bit over bullet journaling. Anyways, I hope that was helpful or insightful for you, or just interesting, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!